halfway through the week.
Yep.
It's a Christmas miracle. I don't know how we did it, but we did it. Here we are.
It's been a couple of days, hasn't it?
Dude, all week I was thinking it was a day later in the week than it is. That has been messing with my mind.
The first thing I want to say right now is
welcome, everyone. First thing
welcome. Right. How many people are in here?
24.
24. That's 24. That's 24 prayers that can go out to New Orleans. Tornado hit there about an hour ago, and I've been watching Ryan all y'all and tracking tornadoes through southern Mississippi and into Alabama. And just a few minutes ago there was another one hitting in Alabama. So
yeah,
I'm not hearing of anything really, really bad happening yet, but I'm sure we're gonna find out it did.
Yeah.
Because tornadoes are crazy.
They are. And it's been raining pretty good the last 2 hours, I would say here.
We've gotten more rain here in the last 2 days.
It's been raining like good.
Than I've seen in 2 days since we've been here. The pond's full.
Yeah.
The creeks are full. Everything's full. There's a lot of mud. Just ask Will.
So, spoiler alert. Yeah. So our friends Will and Jen that you guys have actually seen on Through Mississippi several times. You've heard us talk about them a bunch. They bought a place not too far from us in another little community, and
I think Jen's in here right now.
She was earlier. I don't know if she still is because she's picking up Lexi, her daughter's home from college for Christmas break. So she was actually at the airport getting her today or this evening. But there she is. I'm here.
Are you at the airport right now, Jen?
Do you have Lexi in tow yet?
Do you have her in tow?
Did she at least land safely? Just tell me that. Anyway, so they got into town. Will got in a couple days ago. He's been crashing here for the last couple days. And then Jen got in this morning. And they've been getting settled in their new place. And we got a phone call about, what would you say, maybe an hour after they all left, saying that Will was stuck in the mud by the side of their shop. And
I was surprised he didn't get stuck here at our place. He's driving a big, heavy work truck. It is 4-wheel drive, but
she
it doesn't
said
have.
The flight is late because the plane's battery died.
What?
I don't know. I don't know. Well, whatever.
Oh.
But yeah. So anyway, he got his truck, a Chevy, stuck in the. Oh, I gotta turn this off. He got his Chevy stuck in some real deep mud next to the shop, or soft ground, I should say. He turned it into mud when he was trying to get it out.
Well, the water turned it into mud.
Yeah, but he really like needed the dough.
Yeah, he did.
I would say. Anyway, he got himself like stuck. So Jen calls me. She's like, "Well, when are you planning on coming over?" And I was like, "Well, I'm just doing a couple stuff, and then I was gonna stop by before my appointment. I had a chiropractor appointment in town." And she's like, "Well, Will wanted to know because he got his truck stuck. So,
and he wants to borrow your truck."
Yeah. So what we ended up doing was basically making a change.
Well, no, you don't give it the whole thing away yet.
Okay.
So then she comes and tells me that, hey, I gotta go over there because Will's stuck in the mud, and we have a Chevy 4-wheel drive, and all I could then picture was 2 trucks stuck in the mud, and I was like, if you're going over there to help him pull his truck out of the mud, I am going. Without question. We're not gonna be trying to find somebody that's got a tractor that can come get all of our trucks out of the mud.
I say tough Will. Will says, hey, don't tell everybody. We're telling you, everybody.
Oh, Will's in here?
We're telling everybody, Will.
Yeah, sorry.
Mr. Mississippi got stuck in his first full day, like in Mississippi in the rain. Got himself stuck.
It was not his first full day in Mississippi in the rain.
Since he's been back.
Okay. But he grew up here. He's from here.
Yeah, but he's been gone a minute.
He's familiar with Mississippi mud and Mississippi rain. I'm just
going to give him all of the hard times that I can. It's going to happen. Yeah.
So, yeah, bottom line is, I mean, when we get there, his truck, the running boards are sitting on the ground or on the mud. He's buried. He's in the mud. And so he had an idea to tandem multiple vehicles together. And I was like, let's try it with just our truck first.
And some wood under the tires.
So we put some boards under all 4 tires and tried to wedge them in there so the tires would grab a little bit. They're street tires. They're not mud tires, you know. And he put a chain on, hooked it to the back of my truck, got some tension on it. He went and got in, and I think maybe it was trying to move an inch or so up, but I was not going to pull him out of that mud with my truck. So then he got his other 4-wheel drive, which is a Tahoe, and put them in tandem. So he put the Tahoe in front of our truck, connected the Tahoe to our truck with chains, and then our truck to that truck with chains. And then Jen got in the Tahoe, I got in our truck. We got tension on everything, and we pulled it out. But that truck was stuck.
Yeah,
it was stuck. I mean, sucking them up out of that mud was.
Dan says, get in that clay can take a while to get out. That's exactly what happened.
I mean,
exactly what happened.
If you know this clay dirt down here, he was stuck. He was stuck.
I told him, because he was in the truck with me on our way back into town to the chiropractor. I was like, hey, can you call the chiropractor, tell him that we had to get a friend stuck out of the mud and we're going to be about 10 minutes late. And they were like, yeah, no problem. Yeah, I figured that's fine or whatever, Steve, North Kalamata. I always want to say Kalamata, like calamari, but it's Calmiata. He says I have to do a name change due to my move Tennessee. I know. You're leaving like this week, aren't you? Or did you already leave? I know that was like right around when Jen and them were leaving, so I'm not sure, but they are some fancy pants. Auntie Ann, she says you got some fancy pants on.
Oh yeah, I'm actually wearing pajamas.
He's got,
right now.
Well, you can't see because I haven't seen on, but he's got my Jack Daniels tattoo pants on.
When we got back from Will's from the adventure, the mud adventure, Frankie and I jumped on the 4-wheeler and ran out to both deer plots, and it was, I mean, we were mudding. We were driving through some good puddles, almost like little duck ponds out on the pastures, and we were soaked. I mean, soaked, but it was fun. It was a little 30-minute adventure. We checked all the deer cameras, and then I was pretty wet at that point.
John Wiggs, what's going on? Hey, Back Road Freedom. Hello, Justin. Howdy. So Mississippi mud is the thing. What's going on, Karen? Miss Karen is in the house. What's going on? Hope all your family is doing better. I know the kids were struggle busing, so hopefully everything.
Shirley's Adventures. I guess, I mean, it would be considered probably North Mississippi, North Central Mississippi, Chickasaw County.
Yeah. More north.
More north.
I think.
Yeah.
Considered. Yeah.
Oak's in the house. What's going on, Oak?
That's right. Yeah. So we're happy to have Will and Jen now finally here.
We are.
And it's been, in the works here for a few months to get them out here behind us. And so that's good that they're here and they're be slowly getting settled over the next few weeks, getting their.
I mean, last night was like Christmas for me. I got 2 new toys out of last night that weren't new; they were old.
Yeah, they stayed up late last night.
I had a couple boxes of
pieces of
pew parts that had been. I think I've had them for at least 4 years.
Yeah, 3-4 years, something like that. It's been a minute.
Yeah, and I just never assembled them, mostly because they weren't California legal versions, and as long as they're in parts, it's fine. Well, I'm not there anymore, and now I'm in a place where I can go out and
you can step out your back
enjoy
door
the use of pews in my back door. So I was like, I need to put these things together. So Will and I sat down at the dining room table last night and had a little assembly party, and I'm super stoked at the fact that those couple boxes of parts are no longer a couple boxes of parts. They're shiny new pews. Yeah.
There you go. It's a good thing.
Yeah. So what's this?
Cast Iron Frank says hello from Laurel. Lots of tornadoes around us today.
Yeah.
You stay safe. I know it's a lot of, we knew that when we moved here that there was going to be some Action Jackson around us. Like it's just the way it is. But um,
Yeah, the weather's a real thing down
yeah.
here. I mean,
But you know what? I mean, obviously you always, you hope and you pray that that kind of thing never, hits you directly. And it's always, everything in life is a gamble. Everything's a trade-off. We left constant wildfires that were always right outside our back door. It
and
seemed like an
earthquakes.
earthquake. The earthquakes were kind of like meh.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, a lot of people that are not from places where there are earthquakes are terrified of earthquakes because they've watched
the
movies.
movies, yeah,
You
and
know,
it's like there's never like that.
when the big one happens, yeah, everybody's gonna die.
Yeah,
But until then, yeah, you have some
exactly.
interesting rock and roll moments. You're like,
Yeah,
whoa, that's an earthquake.
exactly.
Tornadoes. I mean, even a small tornado
Can mess
is
you up.
bad.
Yeah,
So
yeah, for sure. And you know what? And it's one of those things where it's like I feel like the trade-offs for certain things that you kind of end up maybe worrying about down here that maybe you don't have as worries there. Fires terrify me. I'll just be real honest. Like the wildfires, growing up with it being fire season, like 9 months out of the year, and it constantly being a threat. Anytime there was a fire, it was like, oh my gosh, they're closing the freeway. I'm not going to be able to get to Frankie. Oh my gosh, like it was always a struggle, and then the power would be out for a few days or then, whatever, depending on where you were in the county at the time. So it's just one of those things where, you know, everything's a trade-off and I'm okay with it, I guess.
Gunga Din saying I was late to the assembly party on the pew pews. All the good kids are gone or have gone way up in price. Here's the thing, Gunga Din. I just made a ton of money last night if I want to because I was late to the assembly party.
But
I bought these parts years ago.
years ago. They've been sitting in boxes.
I mean, we pulled a couple of lowers out that I paid $50 for Anderson years ago. And what's funny, it's funny you say that because we were sitting there last night going through looking online like, wait a minute, 24-inch stainless steel fluted barrel. What's the value of that? I know what I paid for it. What's it valued at now? What's that upper valued at? Like, I mean, parts that I literally spent $450, $500 on years ago, all combined, assembled, laying on a table in front of us, are now worth $1,500.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Brian from Vineyard Farmhouse says he always thought the earthquakes were cool, loved it when it was happened. But then I was a kid. I was terrified of them when I was a kid. I remember we had one, not like real bad one, but like one that like got my attention when I was pretty young. And there was one that happened right after Frankie was born. In fact, it was Easter Sunday.
Yes.
Right
I was in
after
the car
Frankie,
with your dad.
and I was home with my mom.
Yeah.
And I had just had a laboring C-section, so I wasn't getting around real good. And I had to it was going on long enough that I was like, shoot, we need to get under the dining room table. And so I'm trying to crawl with my infant under the table when I wasn't even sleeping in the bed because I couldn't get up into the bed. But here I am trying to crawl on all fours under the table. It did not go well. No, that was like my last scary earthquake. But
Sam, I am.
no big deal. Sam, I am $20 super chat. Christmas tree light fund. Like you need more on that tree. Or for beer, whichever comes
Actually,
first. I love it.
Sam, we're gonna apply that to the energy bill that it takes to light that tree up. So I appreciate that. Thank you. It will go to good use.
It is not that bad. Number one. Number two, I'm the one that goes around turning off all the lights around here.
Yeah.
Him and Frankie we were talking about that the other night. That I like to walk around in basically a cave with all the lights on.
She would leave all the lights. I want to turn all the lights on.
He wants all the lights on all the time. And I'm like,
bring on the melatonin. No. Turn on the lights.
The melatonin.
Yeah. When you turn the lights on, when your brain registers the lights, specifically in the blue spectrum.
I just never heard somebody phrase it that way.
It actually, that's what shuts down the melatonin in the mornings, and then the lack of light, specifically in the blue spectrum, in the evenings is what causes the melatonin. This is what makes you sleepy at night and awake in the day.
I don't know about that.
It's a true story.
Said one of the Griswold Christmas tree, and by George, Mike got it for her. Actually, I got it from my dame. So,
But where's it made? Where's it
made in
made?
America.
It's not made in China.
Yeah, I got an American-made artificial Christmas tree
That's right.
because
When she said she was getting another artificial Christmas tree, I was like, look, no, you're not, because I'm tired. We're not going to be buying some made in China Christmas tree. Well, she found one made in America. You can find more and more stuff made in America nowadays.
If you gotta look for it a little bit. In fact,
You
you
gotta
can
look
even
for it.
look if you Google, like, not Google on Amazon, that's not really a thing, but you search on Amazon in the search thing for companies in or things made, I forget how I phrased it, something like that, made in America. You'll get a list of different companies and products, and that was how I did my Christmas shopping this year. Is I plugged that in, and then I just scrolled through all kinds of random different things until I found stuff that I was like, oh, Mike would like that. Oh, so and so. Oh, that'd be good. That's what I did.
Butch Brown, that's exactly what these are. These are Jack Daniels pajamas.
Yeah.
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 That's
Mama V from Possum Run Homestead. Thank you. She said she likes the tree. Thank you. I like my tree too. I was really happy with how it turned out this year. Kind of
Vineyard Farmhouse. Sid was telling me that that I need to try to pop into your live tonight, so I'm gonna try to.
Yeah, he's gonna try. If provided we don't have people back over here again. I'm not sure what's going on tonight. And
my day was the challenge. I had to pull off of working my day job for a couple hours to go pull the truck out of the mud. And I am probably going to have to log back in and do some more work after our live tonight. And then we got people headed back. They're going to be driving past us on their way back from the airport. So there's a possibility that they're going to stop by. So I don't know what tonight looks like. Yeah. But if I'm able, I will pop in here live.
We'll pop in if you can. Sam I am, thank you. $10 super chat. That's for buying American. I love it.
Yes, sir. Any chance I can. Any chance I can.
Duncan Din said when he outfitted his machine shop, he refused to purchase any what tools, any China. He paid more, but the quality of the parts that will outlive him. Yes.
Yeah. So,
we'll see how long the tree lasts. So far, I will say this: of all of the fake trees that I've had over my adult life, over the last 20 years, this one unboxed and fluffed out the best and was the easiest to assemble, and the lights seemed to be more on point than, and because it was pre-lit, because Mom not cool with that, than any other fake tree that I had ever just randomly ordered or purchased at a store. So I will say that.
And you know what? There's some people that they don't have an option. They cannot afford to do all the things in life that they need to do in any given week. And they run across, challenges. They have to buy this. Their life doesn't work properly without it. And they can only afford the cheaper version of whatever that widget is. And I get it. But if you can afford it, vote with your wallet. Yeah. Even if it hurts a little bit financially, vote with your wallet. That's all I'm saying.
David wants to know if we got the loader on the tractor fixed to replace. Yes, they were able to fix that. We've had it back now for quite a while, I would say.
Yeah, it's not here right now.
It's not here right now, but that's only
because we loaned it to our buddy Ryan.
Yeah, our friend borrowed it, but actually he was doing some fencing stuff at his place. He had come over and helped with some stuff over here. If you saw last Sunday's video.
Right. Last Sunday's video, you saw Ryan helping Frankie and I drill some post holes.
Yeah.
Well, the post hole digger on the back of the tractor that day was his family's post hole digger. They're a big family here.
Yeah. Who's also like our neighbor down there.
Yeah. So he has some post holes that also need dug. And frankly, the hardest thing about that post hole digger is attaching it and unattaching it to the tractor. So I was like, dude, you got a big flatbed. Just come grab my tractor.
Right.
Leave the post hole digger on it, and we'll go dig your post holes. So the next day I went over to his house, helped him dig some post holes. None of that is on any 3 Mississippi videos. But that was what we did. And then he still had a few to do, so we left the tractor there.
But Frankie's been running the tractor over here and gotten pretty good at it, I'll say.
Oh yeah.
With running the tractor, and she enjoys doing that. So that's been good. But yeah, Auntie Anne says that she always does Amazon searches for American made products. It takes more time, but it's worth it. Yeah.
It
And
is.
sometimes you have to dig, like you have to spend a little more time kind of looking for what you want. And then I do notice that every once in a while, even in there, they'll slip something in and you got to look at it a little bit carefully. But
And look, if you want to take it to the next level, I'll give you a little tip, a little piece of advice. I'm a project manager in the low voltage industry, and a lot of times I have to. A lot of times I get to, and I am happy to deal with customers who have requirements around the Buy American Act. So that's what you can look into, especially electronics. Sometimes you're just not going to find a product made in America. It just is what it is.
And yeah, there's certain things that are imported, but
Right.
there's also some countries that I'm like, oh, I'm cool with buying something from there.
Well, if you let me finish my sentence, that's what the Buy America Act is. The Buy America Act says, okay, look, if it's not available, if it's not made in America, then here are the countries. It's a lot bigger than that, but basics. Here are the countries that are okay to buy from. If you can find something that's at least it's assembled in America and the parts come from Japan, great. South Korea, great. There's a whole bunch of countries that, Mexico, dude, I'll buy stuff from Mexico all day long. Mexico's our nearest neighbor, and we want them to be a stronger, more successful country so that their people will be happy and stay there and not have to come here, right? There's a lot of reasons to support them. It's just other countries, Russia, China, North Korea, don't buy from them.
No.
Don't put money in the pocket of the government of China, North Korea, Russia. That's all I'm saying.
Jinky B says the skills you are teaching Frankie are priceless. Don't let anyone tell you differently. 100%. We agree. For those of you that don't follow us on Sippin' and Spillin', I kind of talked about that the other day. We'd had a little bit of hate from a few different people, just kind of saying like the last few videos with Frankie really helping run the tractor and being more involved now that she's gotten older, just basically saying he was lazy and he was a lazy dad and he, nothing would get done if it wasn't for Frankie, and just kind of beating him up a little bit. And I got a little irritated because, and he was, no, you weren't mad that I defended you. But.
No, I'm not. No, look, I'm happy that you felt that you wanted to defend me. That tells me something about how you feel about me. I don't want to defend myself on that.
Right. Because I don't think you should have to.
I just don't.
No.
I'm parenting the way I parent.
Right.
And I'm not going to explain or apologize it to anyone. Right. I may recommend to some people out there that are really terrible parents that they take some lessons from me. That's about as far as I'm going to take that.
Well, the truth will come out when we're both like ready to go in like a home, and
when I'm like, Frankie, I need you to change my diaper. That's when we're gonna find out what kind of parent I was.
When she puts him in the home where they don't flip them and they like let him marinate and get bed sores, but I'm in like the high end establishment.
That's when we're gonna know
who was the favorite. But no, I kind of talked about, she enjoys this stuff. Also, she needs to learn this stuff. Also, this is a family farm that we're going to be continually growing over the next several years to get it where we want it to be.
She may be running it one day.
Exactly. So, we have to teach her these things. And
I'm going to tell you right now, the first time she changes her boyfriend in high school's flat tire on his car, she's going to come home that day and say,
and be like, I'm single.
Dad, 2 things. I broke up with Joe, and 2, thank you.
We would have been on the side
we're gonna be good
all night. Yeah.
Yep.
Right. That's right. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, where are we at here? Oh, Mike and Terry from MT Homestead. What is going on? What is going on? You guys haven't gone and checked out Mike and Terry's. Oh, I just totally scooted the whole thing. Sorry. If you guys haven't checked out Mike and Terry's channel and gone and said hi to them, tonight's your chance. They're going to go live at 8 o'clock tonight. Central Time. So you got to make sure you stop by and say hi to them tonight, which I just missed what they were saying to me because I got so distracted by their name. There we go. Everyone in chat, I'm editing and listening. Hope you all are having a great evening. All right. We love it.
And either MT Homestead or Auntie Anne is going to put a link to their live for tonight right about pretty
Well,
soon.
I don't know because I just scrolled us all.
Just about
every
coming
which
up,
way.
right? Maybe they
Something,
will.
Maybe. I don't know. Heather says, good to see you, Mike and Sid. No hate here. I like your videos and channels. Doing an amazing job. Thank you. Well, we've always said, you know, Frankie's like the most important job that we will ever have. Putting another human being into the planet, into the world to be a productive adult and part of society and a good human being is the most important thing that we will ever do.
Yeah, just, I mean, imagine if Joe Biden's parents had cared more about parenting, where this country would be today. Where would this, look, we might be raising the next American, not the next, but a future American president. That's all, you know, I mean.
Yeah, she's a little young for that, but yeah. There we go. Yeah, Annie, I got it up. Yeah.
Thank you, Annie.
Jinky B, who's that kitty? Oh, that was Marty that just walked by. Martine, as we call him lovingly.
Martine.
Martine.
He likes quesadillas.
Yeah, we call him our Mexican cat because he likes to eat quesadillas. But yeah, and then we got Lundy passed out behind me. She's my back pillow right now. So and Skylar's passed out over there, but she's out of frame. So yeah, Jen just said, yeah, it's Martine. She calls it Martini. But, yeah. Auntie Ann says, chill out, Mike. I was working on it. Posting the link.
Thank you, Auntie
He just
Ann.
got all into it. I know. He was very pushy there for a minute.
Well, no, I just thought that it was, I was like, it was going to be impressive that I went like this.
Yeah, he's always amazed at how fast when he mentions something, Auntie Ann gets it up like before he's like finished saying the sentence. And so he was just like, I'm gonna do that thing where I make the light turn green at the stoplight. Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it didn't happen though. Yeah.
Robert checking in from Oklahoma. What's going on, amigo?
Frankie for president. I vote early, David says.
Heather's under a winter storm warning. Oh, I think I saw you're farther north, right? Yeah, they're having terrible. I mean, look, we're having a storm here too in northern Mississippi. We're getting a lot of rain. There's some flash flooding happening in some areas.
There's actually a break in the rain right this minute,
but in southern Mississippi, it's crazy right now. And southern Louisiana.
Yeah, there's all this is tornado.
I'll show that. Yeah, that's intense.
I can't tell because I can't see once I get over here, but
you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching Ryan Hawley all afternoon. In fact, I need to check in on Deep South Homestead. They had some flooding issues a month or two ago when there was a big storm. And we were not near, we didn't have near as much water that time as we do right now. So I'd be curious how they're doing down there.
Auntie Ann said, I forgot to open an extra window tonight, so it took me a little longer to get the link up than it did. No, it doesn't.
She's on over there running multiple screens.
Right. I picture her in like the bat cave, like just she's got it all around her. Like, yeah, that's crazy. I love it. Yeah. So hopefully that Wanda and Danny are doing all right down there.
Annie's aunt family lives in Baton Rouge.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know the details yet, but I know that South Louisiana took a really hard hit about 2 hours ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and they've got us under like a flood advisory or a flood watch or I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
In like the low-lying areas and anywhere where there's like a creek wash through. As long right now where we are, we're fine. If we were to try to drive to certain other areas in the county, that might be an issue, but we're like,
my biggest concern right now would just be water. Just, if we had to go somewhere, there's been so much water. I mean, the creeks around here are all higher than I've ever seen them. I just don't feel like unless we have to, I don't want to go anywhere because, when water's running over a road, don't go through it. I mean, you have no way of knowing if that road's washed out. Like, I mean, I've seen cars
if it's a vortex,
just go like this into water.
Yeah.
Like, forget about it. We're not, don't play that game.
Play that game, homie.
Yeah.
Don't play that game. Yeah.
Water is powerful. I mean, it moves mountains. Of course, it can move a little road.
Right. It
erodes.
Yeah, it can be muy bad. And stuff.
Yeah. It got hairy here in Gulfport about 30 minutes ago. Yeah. Yeah, it's
She says no, she's just sitting in bed on the laptop with several windows open, not in the bat cave. I'm very disappointed, Nancy Ann.
I know, you ruined it for me. I thought you were in a bat
I
cave.
know. I was totally picturing that.
Yeah. Yeah, water is heavy.
Yeah,
it's
turn
it's
around,
8 pounds a
don't
gallon.
drown. That's right. Turn around, don't drown. That's right.
It's 8 pounds a gallon, and you know, just a little bit of water in the road, a few inches deep and 20 feet wide coming across the road. Think about how many gallons that is. It's a lot. Forget about it.
Yeah, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Yeah, but you know, I mean, the rain's good. That's what keeps this place green all year long. So we'll take it. Down here, you just got to be, you know, mindful and plan accordingly if you're going to be going out into, you know, the roads or whatever. And that's all it is, really, is just being smart about it. So, you know,
If you guys want to know what's going on with the storm, Ryan Hall, y'all, is the guy to check out. So that's my opinion. If you don't already watch Ryan Hall, y'all, on YouTube, you're probably not getting accurate weather information, and you're definitely not
you live in a place
enjoying.
where weather is not as.
Or you live in a place where it doesn't matter as much.
Yeah.
But you're definitely not enjoying your informational search as much, because he's fun. He's got a good, you know, good personality, and he's always right. Of course, I may have just jinxed him.
Yeah, you might have just done that. Yeah. But guys, we got, let's see, on this week's video for Friday, I'm going to be working on that tomorrow. A lot of times, if you've been with us for a while, you'll know, like, close to the end of the year, sometime around the end of December, January, I kind of do like a year in review video of some of our like best bits, or
oh, you're committing to that right now.
Yeah, well, what else?
She's working on it. I was like, oh, now it has to happen.
Well, I mean,
we were discussing it earlier, and I'm excited about it. I have no idea.
So yeah, this was a big year for us. Like, I mean, literally and it wasn't even actually, honestly, if we're being real, it was way less than a year, where we went like, oh, hey, we're gonna be moving.
Yeah, from the moment we realized, wow, we're moving, and we're not just moving, but we're moving. From then until we moved was like a hot minute.
Mm-hmm. So. But there was a lot that happened, I feel like, over this last year in a lot of ways. So anyway, I'm going to be kind of doing a little bit of a year in review video of like some of our funny bits, some of our touching bits, some of our journey this last year of all the craziness that took place. And so anyway, it's one of those videos that is going to be very much a labor of love, because it's going through a lot of footage from different videos over the last year, and it's one of those like really time consuming, really like detail oriented videos. So anyway, I'm putting it out there, number one, to kind of keep me accountable to get that finished for tomorrow, because it's a lot. It's quite an undertaking. Usually I give myself a lot more time to do that kind of video. Like, we're talking sometimes as much as like a week or two. I'm gonna do it in one day. Basically, like, I have it kind of laid out in my mind and know like which videos I'm using, but I haven't gone and pulled the exact clips yet. So that's a little time consuming. But we'll get there. I'll get it done. I will. I promise. So that'll be Friday's
I'm excited.
Video.
I mean, she's done these, these kind of like review of, some previous time frame in the past. This is the one that I'm the most excited about. Thank you. You're the bomb. This is the one that I'm the most excited about ever.
Why does everybody want things?
Don't worry, we're good tippers.
That's not accurate.
No,
we'll give you room and board.
We'll give you room and board. But there's just been so much, like she said, that's happened, really since kind of the spring of 2022.
Mike flagging down his waitress.
Right? That's exactly what happened right there. That's what you just saw.
Yeah. She hadn't come and checked on us in like 40 minutes. I feel like we should deduct from her tip.
Right.
Thank you. You can make me work for it. I know. I was like, please. Hello, people.
Ah!
Wow.
There's the Frankie child.
That was aggressive.
Yeah, she's here. Say howdy to the people.
So anyway, so that's happening Friday. They're also going to go hunting Friday morning before Mike starts work.
Yeah, one of the downsides to working remote and being in a different time zone is, you know, a lot of times it's dinner time and I'm still working because I'm working in a time zone two hours ago. But one of the upsides is, you know, at 7 o'clock at my office, it's 9 o'clock here, which means that, and sunrise is what, 6:20?
Like 6:30-ish.
6:20, 6:30 right now. So Frankie and I literally have time to go deer hunting in the morning before I have to be at work.
Yeah.
So that's kind of awesome.
And if he doesn't have time to take a shower in between and he smells like hunting clothes, it's not the end of the world because they can't smell him.
That's true. And as long as he doesn't have a video call that day, they can't see if he's got, you know, deer blood smeared on him. I don't know. But yeah. They're like, why do you smell like buck urine? I don't know. Like, oh, that's funny. Oh, good. Lexi landed. Yay. Happy day, happy day. She's all
So
on
the plane
ground.
had solar, apparently.
Well, I guess they changed the battery. That's like you pop out the back, you put the negative side in, and you put the positive side this way, and then you pop the little cover pin.
I want the real scoop
Then you go
on.
like this. And
I want the
wanna know
real
what
scoop
actually
on this.
happened. Like, is it some sort of manifest?
I don't. This
manifest
is,
destiny.
and
Like manifest plane.
I may or may not get the real scoop. We'll see.
No,
What I'll do is I'll get the flight number that she was on. I'll do my own research. Call some of my pilot buddies. Find out what's
Ronnie,
up.
that's your only pilot buddy.
You know, it sounded better when I said some of my pilot buddies.
Right.
You got
But then
what?
you like straight
Yeah.
called me to the table.
Yeah, she did. She was like, "Don't be exaggerating."
That's right.
Jesus.
She's like, "No, Dad, that fish was this big. Knock it off."
That's how it was in Big Bear when Mom got a fish that was smaller than mine. She was saying it was bigger.
I know. No, that did happen. You did try to say you caught the bigger fish
But that was me.
in Big Bear.
I have no recollection.
I recall.
That's the lie.
I
Did
recall
I even
clearly.
catch a fish when we were
Yes.
I don't remember that at all. I have no memory of it.
Yeah.
Oh, when we were on the boat?
Yeah.
I don't remember my fish. I don't remember catching a fish. I remember we caught fish. I don't remember me specifically catching a fish.
Well, that's because Frankie spanked you.
She blocked it out of her memory.
She blocked it out. Yeah.
Whatever. It wasn't like I caught a minnow. They were roughly the same size. If memory serves, because they sat in the freezer for a
You know what, David, about drinking the blood of the first deer as a sign of respect? There is a ritual that Frankie and I have discussed, that I've made her aware of, that I believe in.
Just gonna eat the eyeball.
No.
Just kidding.
And
Don't
it
do
is
that with fish.
it is a ritual that we will participate in, whether or not we film it, whether or not we share it. I don't know.
Oh, what is this? The bite, the heart thing?
No.
Oh.
But I can tell you it does not include drinking the blood of the
You're
animal.
gonna tell me what it is? Or you can't say it here.
Well, I'm just not going to, because I haven't discussed with her. This may be one of those private moments that,
Oh, okay.
like, you know.
Will you tell me later?
But there is a
I don't even,
She
like,
wants to know.
there is an absolute respect for the animal. As hunters, we are as much conservationists as we can be. Conservation.
It's no list.
yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
And you know, and there is a you know, an
Yeah,
absolute.
you rub the blood like this of your first kill. Right? No. Oh, Jenky V is asking is Frankie a Francine or a Francesca? She's actually neither.
Oh, what? Oh,
Like,
people trying
yeah.
to figure out my
So-
real name.
Where did Frankie come from?
Yeah,
Everybody
Frankie-
always thinks it's Francis, Francesca, or Francine.
Yeah.
And one of my old friend's moms actually thought that once she asked that to her kid, and once she found out what my real name was, she was like, "Oh, that's not very ladylike."
What, your name?
Yeah, they were like, "Oh,
So-
that's not a very good name for a girl." And I was like, "Oh,
Yeah, so her
My
name,
friend told me.
her given full name is Franklin, and my dad's middle name. And I had kicked around because his first name was Henry, and I kicked the idea of Henrietta, and I was just gonna call her Etta because we were like, we don't really like the name Henrietta, but we wanted to name her in part after my dad. And then I was like, what about like Franklin? Because then like we call her Frankie, we could call her Lynn. If she really hates her name, she could go by Lynn, like whatever. And I think it suits her. Like we spelled it Lyn, so that she had that kind of option. And I don't know. I think it fits her. I call her Frank probably more than I call her anything else.
And she calls me Frank from the other side of the house when she's trying to get my attention for me to grab her something.
That's accurate.
That's when I'm called Frank.
Yeah.
Or
And I call her Frankie Child.
Yeah, Frankie Child.
Frankie Child.
Yeah. So, but anyway, that's what her name is.
Or hey you.
And we spell it with an IE,
Kiddo.
not with a Y at the end. I know, and I get that. I feel like I should clear up our names real quick here. A lot of times people think that I am either CID or SID. My name is Sydney, spelled just like Australia. I go by Sid, SYD. Frankie is Frankie with an IE, not Frankie with a Y. There you go.
Everybody thinks it's with a Y.
Nobody has ever misspelled his name, but
Me? No.
We
If
get
you
ours
misspell
spelled.
Mike, look, you're from a way deeper south than most people even know exists.
Right? Yeah. But anyway, there's our names right there. Now you got it. So yeah.
Monty's like passed out.
I know.
back there.
Oh yeah, she finally got off the couch, and then now Marty's behind me. So.
Yeah, see his tail.
So anyway, that's it. That's the names. That's where they come from.
Yes,
There it
and
is.
yes, I have drank the blood of a deer, and that is not what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna ask her to drink the blood of a deer.
Oh,
but
the heat
but
Joe, I like that.
but there is there is a ritual that I very much believe in.
That's where they take the deer out first, get it really drunk.
when
I'm just kidding.
that BAC is up over like 10, that's when you want to pour a glass of their blood.
Yeah.
No, you can just stop.
Anywho. No, the
It's the
bison
bison.
part. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was thinking he was talking about too, but I don't know.
So
yeah.
with tuna, when I was tuna fishing for the first time, when I caught my first tuna, the boat hand on the boat like reached down inside this tuna's gills, like, and yanked out this tuna heart about this big and said, "Here you go." And I was like, "What do you want me to do with that?" And he's like, "It's your first tuna, right?" "Yeah." "You got to eat it." I mean,
Like sushi.
it's sushi. It's a little irony. I mean, blood. Anybody's been punched in the mouth, if you were as
Or if you ever
lippy as I was in high
if
school,
you
you
ever
know,
lost a tooth, you know what blood tastes
blood
like.
tastes like iron. You know,
You don't need to go straight
not
to get
good.
punched in the
If
face.
you've ever bit your tongue, you know. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
But if it was like sushi and copper and iron, and deer blood is more
Those big
like
bucks
just
can
copper
handle
and
their
iron.
booze. I like that one.
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh, Auntie Ann says that even as easy as ANN is, most people still add the E. See, and I always know I'm super conscious of when somebody, because my
Kay's
middle,
in here.
yeah, my middle name is Ann, but spelled with an E.
Hey
And so it's
girl.
part of her middle name. So I'm always conscious of when somebody is just without the E. I always notice it and like make sure I spell it right. That's kind of funny.
I don't like the fact that some kids at school feel like they have the right to call me Frank or Franklin. Like that's
your
for
name.
I know, but like I go by Frankie. That is what I want to be called. And some kids are like, "Oh, Frank," and I'm like, "Stop right there."
That might be because they've heard me say that.
There's
on
very,
YouTube,
very
I
few
don't know.
people who are allowed to call me Frank,
Yeah. That's
Well,
true.
let me tell you something.
and
kiddo.
nobody who's allowed to call me Frankie Stein except for Will.
Right.
Only other
Will's the
father.
only one who
Yeah.
can call me that.
Just be glad that you weren't a 140-pound, like scrawny kid from Tennessee in the military in 1990 with the last name Crouch. I'm just saying, people gonna call you what they want, whether you want them to or not.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who
Just
were we talking to?
Sorry.
So Auntie Emma said her husband's name is Mike, and everyone thinks he should go by Michael, but nope, he's just Mike. And I call Mike Michael when I'm like either like Michael, like what are you
Right,
doing, like,
right.
or
If she says,
like if I'm teasing him, like Michael,
yeah,
you know,
if
or
yeah,
Miguel. I call you Miguel probably more than anything.
Miguel,
Miguel.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. But under different context.
Right.
If you say Miguel, odds are you're in a good mood. If you say Michael, I'm hoping I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
That's true.
Yeah.
Unless I say it, unless you're doing something slightly sketchy, and I'm like Michael.
Don't do that.
You're gonna die. Like
Everyone-
when I'm like concerned, mom.
Don't break
do your
rule
full
number
name,
1.
like, yeah.
Right.
But then like,
Or if he's not listening and he's like,
Ooh.
half
but I
asleep,
like we
half
were
asleep.
somebody.
Prankster the prankster.
There you go. We were like,
I haven't heard that one
who
yet.
was it? We were talking to. I think it was Karen's folks. That was Michael Paul, and I was like, oh, Michael Paul. I kind of like the sound of that, which is like his name. So I'm like, oh, we should start calling you your full name. Because everybody in the South has 2 names.
I didn't know my dad's middle name until last year.
That's
Fun
because you
fact.
don't remember stuff.
No, because I didn't know it.
You probably don't even know what mine is.
Yours
Did you know
is
that
like,
my middle name was not my birth middle name?
yours is like Anne Marie or something.
Oh,
Yes, I
okay.
did know that because you told me that when I found
Next,
out
we'll
what
be
your
giving
middle
out
name
social
was.
security numbers, guys.
Right.
We're discussing like all the minutia of our names and spelling.
Right. But you,
Anyway.
we'll toss my mother's maiden name in there while we're at it.
Yeah, nobody could spell that, so it's fine.
We'll see if somebody can spell my mother's maiden name. Declanden. Go ahead. That was all you
Okay,
get.
I
I'm
see
not
what
going to say it again.
Ah, that's funny.
We're gonna go replay it.
Oh, his given name is Mike, not Michael. Oh, interesting. You don't see that a lot. Interesting. Yeah.
Sushi, fresh tuna, good. That's exactly right.
Sushi fresh.
Yeah,
tuna
you're not going to
bread.
find that here in Mississippi. Those days are over, but that's all right.
David Pauline says they called him Sweet Pea in boot camp.
I would hate to be
sucks.
called Sweet Pea.
Mm.
I made it through boot camp without anybody knowing my name. I flew under the radar in boot camp. That was my goal. That was what happened.
Robert Richard, depending on the sex of the deer, the first glass of blood could be a Bloody Harry or a Bloody Mary.
Right.
Just add vodka.
But after boot camp, you can't fly under the radar. You've got a job to do now. You know. Yeah.
I missed something.
I'm just
said, I
Justin.
don't know what.
Wait, that's his name.
Oh,
Just Justin.
gotcha. Gotcha.
What we got here? Deer tenders, loin, cat head biscuits with syrup. Cat head biscuits. I was not familiar with cat head biscuits until we moved here.
Jen says, wait, I need to get a pen for the social security numbers and stuff.
And I was like, what the heck are cat biscuits? Literally, there's a lot of versions of cat biscuits. They just, I mean, somewhere along the line, they got the name
Are
cat
those little
biscuits.
square ones?
No,
No.
I Googled it. Those biscuits are big as a cat's head. That's how they got the name cat biscuits.
Oh, like
They're
this-
big biscuits, but they're southern biscuits.
Oh, okay.
So that's
Mom's
where
like,
that's
that was
at.
anticlimactic.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
anticlimactic. I felt like there was gonna be a big reveal, and it was like a. It was like no. Why are you stealing my water, child?
That's the only thing on the table she can drink right now.
She always steals my water. I can't keep track of my water when she steals my stuff. I gave
You're not even drinking
my
it.
not right at the second, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna drink it in a little bit.
Yeah, this is that is pretty normal down here actually. People calling each other by initials. Like for instance, I had a conversation with Will last night.
BJ.
Notice I just called him Will.
Yeah.
It's not normal for him to go by Will. That's not what people call him. People call him BJ because those are the initials of his first and middle name. And
The nickname of
the nickname of his first
and
name.
middle name.
Right. But that's just, I mean, he's always been BJ, right? And he was telling me last night, he's like, you probably need to start calling me BJ. Because that's what everybody back home calls me, is BJ.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, but I've known you for a while now and you're Will, so I don't know, that's gonna be a struggle.
You could call him WB.
I call him a lot of stuff.
You could. A lot of things with 4 letters. I don't know.
Right.
I'm just kidding. Yeah. But like even frankly, we call like when we're talking about her, we refer to her as FB. Because her
Yeah,
middle name is
at
Bailey
first I
Ann.
didn't know what that meant. I thought I didn't know. I
Yeah.
didn't know.
So we call her FB a lot. So
When she started referring to Jen in some sort of initial form.
oh JB. I call her JB when I'm texting about her.
And I didn't know who that was.
Yeah.
So I'd ask.
Yeah. And then
Oh, you're stretching?
K, even though I know it's not the same, but I would be
Can I
like
lay back?
KB Toy Store. Yeah.
So what's on the agenda for the rest of the week? We want to talk about that. I mean, Frankie and I, we're just gonna deer hunt. So I guess it's up to you what you want to do. We're gonna deer hunt, right?
Yeah, but there's more stuff that's gonna go on besides deer hunting.
Well,
Is
it
there?
depends on the weather.
Like what?
too, a
Well,
little bit.
Friday we're supposed to see somebody, and then Sunday there's church,
No, you're right.
and then I don't know what's going on Saturday. I think it's just
But we can still deer hunt before church. We
That's
get
true.
one, we'll just bring it up
You just have
to
to
the
get up
shed,
earlier.
to the shop, and hang it, and then like wash off and go to church, and then come back and clean it. It's all good. We can deer hunt.
Oh, see, now I just realized like Will and Jen would be BJ and JB.
I already put that together. I just didn't say anything because it's pretty obvious. I
No,
thought
I
you
Isn't
already
realized
knew that.
it.
Yeah.
Well, actually, so it wouldn't be technically right, but that's just what I call her. But that's her last name initial, and that's his first and middle name initial. So technically, whatever.
Don't you still have her in
Still
your
works.
phone as her?
I still have her under.
Karen's coming
maiden
down.
name.
You and her going shopping. She said,
What are we shopping for? What did I miss?
whatever.
I don't know. I missed something. I don't know.
Read between the lines.
Yeah, I don't know. I missed something.
I don't
Something
know.
happened.
Yeah, I don't know.
Brian, what part of Mississippi y'all from? We are in Chickasaw. Chickasaw.
Never do that
Chickasaw
again.
County.
Please.
Never do that again.
Never do that.
Oh, she's like, she's gonna hang out with me. Yes, I know, Jen. We're gonna see you
Don't
Friday.
do
I'll
that.
bite
We
your
will see
hand.
you Friday.
I'll bite your hand.
I know you will. You bite everything.
She does. She's a biter. This one.
Unbelievable.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Totally crazy. I know. Shopping for anything, just girl time. I'm not a big shopper, but I will.
You would like to
I'm
go to
okay with
Scruggs, Karen.
I do. Scruggs is. I do
Scruggs
like
is the
Scruggs.
bomb. Scruggs is like
Yeah, and we did have some. In fact, I went to.
Scruggs is like Disneyland for farmers.
In fact, I have to show you guys.
Redneck Disney.
I gotta show you guys real quick. The thing I got in town, it was like marked down at one of the local little shops.
It's gonna fall.
It's not gonna fall.
Remember the one thing fell?
It's not gonna fall.
Are those all sitting in there?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're not like glued in.
No.
Why don't we glue them in?
Because what if I want to rearrange it?
Why would you want to rearrange it?
But because if I don't know. But anyway, I just
I
think
say we glue them in.
stop it.
Hey,
Stop it.
anybody in here that agrees with me, we pick a spot, we glue them
Stop
in.
it. But I just
raise your hand.
Anyway, stop. Listen, it's the prettiest little nativity. I just think it's like the prettiest one I've ever seen. I just absolutely love it. And plus, it was like on sale a gazillion percent. It was basically.
I
on
think we need to
clearance.
glue them all in there. That's what I think.
Stop it. Nobody asked you, mister.
No, but I shared anyway, and now people are already agreeing with me. Team glue, glue it.
Do it.
There you go.
He just wants something to sniff. Anyway.
I
Yeah,
want
no
something to
glue. It's beautiful. See,
Who said no glue?
Janky V.
Nobody cares.
Ah. Janky, come on.
Anyway,
Candle
yeah.
wax.
Candle. What? Where are you reading that?
Okay.
I will keep from destroying it.
Yeah.
Well, the cat won't destroy it. No, he doesn't. My cat is very well behaved. He does not jack with anything on shelves. He doesn't mess with the Christmas tree. He is not that cat. I've had cats in the past that have been that cat. He is not that cat. Like, he doesn't get up on my kitchen counters or my tables. Like, I've always trained my cats not to do that. We
Unless
did
you got a quesadilla up there.
Oh,
if
then
I
he's
had,
gone.
yeah, well, we
If
had,
you leave a quesadilla on the table,
yeah, the first,
little Martine is going to be
He's
on the
gonna try
table
to
eating
get
your quesadilla.
yeah, the first cat that we had was so well behaved.
Thanks,
But
Heather.
after a couple years of having her, we had my folks over one night, and my dad had made, I think my dad made, or you made wings, or we got wings somewhere. Anyway, some wings were on the counter, like chicken wings.
That happens.
And the what?
Wings
Yeah.
on the counter.
And the bird got on the counter. The cat got on the counter and stole a wing off the counter and ate it. And then another time, my dad left a steak on the counter, and she
I don't
grabbed
remember
the
the steak.
Yeah, she grabbed the whole.
This cat?
No, Jaden.
Jaden.
grabbed
Okay.
the whole ass
Okay.
steak off the kitchen counter
I thought you
and
were talking about
ran.
Martine, but we didn't
No,
have
no,
Martine.
not Martine. This was years and years ago. Yeah.
Remember
So-
that time Wendy ate a whole turkey?
Oh my gosh. She's eaten a whole live one and a whole dead one.
That's true. That's
She's done both.
That's true.
Yeah.
She's
It
like,
was
I like
wasn't
the-
it Thanksgiving when she got the turkey off the
It
counter?
was Friendsgiving.
Yes, it was
It was
Friendsgiving.
Friendsgiving. She managed to eat the whole turkey.
Yeah. Well, it was after the first like serving had been done. So like
Yeah.
like
Everybody
had
like took
already
their food, went outside, was eating.
and nobody thought we didn't like put it back in the oven to like keep it covered.
Right. People came
And-
back in to get some more, and it wasn't
There
no
was
more.
no more. She
Yeah.
had
There was
one
a
full.
fat, happy dog and
an
some
empty
bones on the
tray.
floor.
Yeah. Yeah. Had to wash her just to be careful. She hadn't like gotten any of the bones. Like, it didn't look like she had. She was pretty good about eating them. the
She's
meat off the
really
carcass,
gentle.
but
She's a really good
she's
dog.
a gentle eater. Yeah,
But she was super like.
she just couldn't. She
Randy,
couldn't take it.
I haven't heard that, putting red peppers on the deer carcass to keep the flies up. We don't have a lot of flies right now, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've
weather's
heard like
not-
red pepper to keep the flies down in like the chicken coop.
That
and
is a
things
good
like that. I've heard
idea.
Before too. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 old people on a couch. Mark and Debbie, what is crack-a-lacking? What is going on? What?
But yeah, I have no problem hanging it for a few hours and not it's too warm to hang it for days right now, unfortunately. Later in the season, if we get one, I'd like to hang it for several days when it's cold. But yeah, we'll quarter it up, throw it in a cooler, add some ice.
Yeah, everybody's saying no glue. It'll be easier to wrap it up and keep it
No,
from
not everybody.
breaking.
That's not what everybody's
That
That
saying.
is what everybody's saying.
That's
All
not
the
what everybody's
women that are
That's
smart
what
are
you're
saying
reading.
that. But listen, I'm not even gonna wrap it and put it away because I think I'm just gonna leave it out because it's so pretty. I don't think I'm gonna put it like just take it out at Christmas. I think I'm gonna leave that one up because it's just very pretty. Like I keep my Virgin Mary.
You should put batteries in that Flamingo S.
I know.
How is the chicken mansion coming along?
It's coming.
Oh,
Fort
man.
Flocks. Yes, 5-minute warning. I know. My goodness.
Yeah.
Actually, less than that, but yeah.
It's coming along. We're hopefully we'll get. I mean, if the weather allows, we'll get some additional work done on it this week, and we'll get you guys an update.
Yeah.
But yeah, my goal was to have
If it
that
comes
thing
a
built.
flood like it's been back there, I mean, there's no doing
Yeah.
anything out there right
My
now.
goal was to have that thing built by Christmas, and I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah. I had a feeling, but that's okay. We made more progress than I thought we were going to, so I'm good with that for now.
But every day that I have the ability to work on it, I will be working on it
Good boy.
until it's done.
Palace Bok.
Yeah, Palace Bok Bok. Like, there you go.
And there's some work that I can do in the shop, building the doors and gates and stuff for it.
Oh,
rain days.
Tim from Orange Life. What is cracking?
Tim's in the house.
Tim just popped in the house.
What's up, brother?
You're late.
Thank you, Backroom Freedom.
Hey, Tim. How do you feel about spoilers? How do you feel? How do you feel about me?
Spoil it, baby.
How do you feel about me? Oh, you sent me a text. Where's my phone? I don't have it.
Oh, I'll go get it.
Probably in his office.
The text is probably because
Well, we're waiting for
well,
that.
I'm gonna wait for the text before I say anything because I don't know and I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah. So just to I believe, although I didn't see it, I think Full Blown Country's still doing their live tonight at 6. I didn't see anything pop up on my thing, but sometimes those things are not reliable, so I don't know. And then you've got 8 o'clock. We got Mike and Terry, Empty Homestead. They were off last week on their Wednesday night because they were not feeling well, but they are back at it. I think they're doing better.
Oh, I know what that
no
is.
spoilers, he says.
No spoilers. Oh,
What is that?
I know exactly what that is.
He caught a T-Rex.
No spoilers about the thing you texted me about earlier today either.
No
Before
spoilers.
this, no spoilers. Okay, that's cool.
What
That's
it-
cool.
you
Well, hey,
don't-
listen,
he's
y'all.
not good at keeping
Here's the
secrets
thing,
to
y'all. Y'all
himself.
need to be checking in on
Announcing.
Ridge Life's channel
Yeah.
because I'm not allowed to give you the spoilers, but I'm excited, and that's all I'm gonna say.
That's all he's gonna
That's
say.
not what
That's all he's gonna say. Anyway, so make sure you go pop in and say hi to Mike and Terry from Empty Homestead tonight, 8 o'clock. And then you got tonight, you got Brian from the Vineyard Farmhouse co-hosting with Maddie from Backwood Mindset. So there you go. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be good times. So I hope that everybody gets a chance to go tune in and say hi to Mike and Terry. And I don't know.
I'm gonna try to
Maybe
pop
Auntie
in.
Ann knows if Full Blown Country is going on next at 6. I'm not sure, not 6, 7. I can't count. I'm not sure if maybe I just didn't see it get posted or I don't know.
I'm gonna
But,
try. I'm gonna go check after this, and I'm also gonna try to be in Empty Homesteads live, and I'm gonna try to get into Vineyard Farmhouse for a bit as well. But anyway, bottom line is, Frankie and I are deer hunting this week.
Yeah.
A lot.
Oh, Full Blown Country is going live. So they're coming. They're coming up right after us in like 40 seconds.
40
So-
seconds. That's
Thank you to Sam I Am for the super chats tonight and Nora Calamita. We appreciate you as well. We appreciate, of course, Auntie Ann as always as our resident friend and amazing human being and member and moderator. We appreciate you on all levels. And we hope you guys have. Chad just popped in right at the end here. We're literally.
Oh, Chad Corgle's in here right now.
Literally just popped in.
What's up, man?
Tardy,
A minute
tardy.
for the
Chad,
party, buddy.
dude,
You're gonna have to hit him up on his phone.
like you showed up
Right
literally
at the end.
as we were walking out the door, man.
That's
Come
right.
on.
I know. That's all right, dude. All right, guys. We appreciate you. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Don't forget, we post new videos Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Fridays on Sippin' and Spillin' and on 3 Mississippi every Friday and every Sunday, going live every Wednesday.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Bye.
Why do you talk so much? You're over your time. 16 seconds.
You know what?
17,
'Cause
18,
you're bugging me.
19.
Good grief, tiny human.